good time.
Okay. I'm being held hostage by the comment section. I'm just gonna have to let they want it. They just need it. I wasn't gonna do it. I'm gonna big screen you. They just want an impersonation of Candace. You could be Candace ordering her drink at Starbucks, Candace going to the car mechanic, whatever. Just give these people what they need. Ami, they want a Candace person.
Can you tell me the woke Christian? What's the woke Christian origin?
Oh, okay, real quick. So when I started this channel, and I can't get it cleaned off. Sometimes it still pops up in different places. When I started this channel, I was addressing Christians who are professing to be woke. They had embraced Black Lives Matters, social justice, critical race theory, and it was truly not reflective of the Christian faith. They would say things like, Ami owes me reparations. I said, well, how would you give the gospel to him after you just lied on him that he's a racist? Like, how does that work? And so it started out by me writing these little tweets every day. Hey, dear woke Christian, how does this apply? Or how do you do this? It became a blog, which metastasized into videos, and that's how we got to here. Last year, I decided to move from Dear Woke Christian because woke as a name really didn't. When I started it, it was very edgy. Like a lot of people like, whoa, woke Christian. Like, whoa, it brought a lot of attention. Well, the name woke doesn't really mean that much anymore. So it kind of lost its passe.
Right.
But then also, or cachet rather, but also I realized that people didn't know who my name was. So I would talk to people I'd been talking with somebody for a year and they didn't know what my name was. They would always call me Dear Woke or DWC. I'm like, wait, do you know my name is Jason? And she said, I didn't know that. I'm like, how do you not know my name is Jason? So I decided to move from Dear Woke Christian to the JWhit Podcast just for a little bit branding. And then also I could talk about some things that didn't fall under the purview of woke in the Christian church. And I could talk about different things.
All right. So I'm going to give you the real origin story of your podcast. The truth.
Oh, no.
As Candace Owens. Here we go. Ready?
Here it comes.
All right, you guys, we're back. We are here back. We're going to talk about a certain podcast channel, a very certain one. Jason Whittaker has a podcast called Dear Woke Christian. But guess what? I don't think it's very Christian. It's definitely not very Christian. It's not part of the church. We're going to expose that. The J in JWhit, obviously, it's so obvious. J stands for Jewish. He works for Mossad. He works for the Zionists. And we're going to talk about that because I know this. How do I know this? Because I had a dream. I had a dream last night. I had a really vivid dream last night. It might have been a wet dream. I'm not sure. I'm not sure in the Christian box you can say that. It was very raw. It was very edgy. No pun intended. But Charlie came to me in a dream and he told me the origins of JWhit, Jason Whittaker's podcast. The J stood for Jewish. Okay? Sorry, he was a Frankist. It was a Jewish podcast, and he was a plan by Bibi Netanyahu. Bibi Netanyahu, obviously, this podcast started taking off in the past 2 years. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that's a coincidence at all. And we know that. How do we know that? I don't know, but I know. I just feel it's true. I don't know it's true, but I feel it's true. And we're going to talk about that. We're talking about JWhit. He used to talk to woke Christians, claiming Christians were woke, which is insulting. Why would you say that? Why would you say they were woke? You don't know anything about Christians. I became Christian, and we all know the J is his attempt to insert Judeo-Christian. We're not going to let him do that. We're not going to let him do that, okay? We're not going to let him do that at all. He's actually an Israeli. He's from Israel. He went on a trip to Israel where he met with Bibi Netanyahu, Ehud Barak, and Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if that's true, but I know it's true, and I feel it's true, okay? We don't know it's true, but we're going to take a look at the Epstein files and see if it comes up. We're going to take a look at that, and I know that because guess what? Astral projection. I walked into a room, the lights flickered, and in the buzzing of the lights on, I heard J. Whittaker. I heard it. Okay? I heard it. And I know it's true. And my mommy sleuth, I want to give a shout out to my mommy sleuths who've been watching his stream every day as he tries to make fun of me. You guys. It's so obvious. They think we're stupid. But I got an astral projection. And I was able to compartmentalize all that information. To expose JWhit as a Jewish wit is a Jewish nimwit working for the Zionists, working for Bibi, and that's how his podcast started. He's obviously getting 7K with every stream, and we know this because I had a dream about it. All right, thank you, my mommy slews. Tune in next week. We're going to try, and he's welcome to come on my show anytime and debate this. He's not going to do that. It's not going to do that. So we're just going to have to cover it ourselves. Tune in next week when we reveal the origins of Brigitte Macron's penis and her love ball. Thanks for watching, guys. How's that?
I'm officially, I have some sound clips that I use periodically, but I think you have officially retired many of them. So I'm going to be clipping those out. So I want you to, we'll say for the last time, you have completely, for example.
I don't know, but I know. You know? I don't know, but I know.
Well, now you've already, we're going to go ahead and clip yours and we'll use yours instead of hers moving forward. That was absolutely spectacular. Outstanding.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.